Dear America is back. I need you to comment in the live chat right now that we're back. Secondly, we've got some internet issues going on here in Texas right this second. I guess, I don't know, the weather's been bad, the internet's been acting up. So if we're choppy today, we're just choppy, but we're going to bring you the news. We're going to bring you some thoughts and insights and all that good stuff, and we're going to have a good time. Blow the chat up, welcome us back, and also this is the first time in probably over a year and a half, no, 2 years, that I've had to do the show completely on my own. So I get to stretch my talents for talking for long periods of time as I talk to you guys about what's going on. Oh, thank you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm seeing you guys in the chat here. This is our new mobile technology. The internet is not a basis of the technology. And what this allows us to do, why are we doing this? Well, one, you guys know Todd is on vacation. Two, Alyssa was going to be here today, but our nanny actually got sick. So she is a mom first. So she's with our children. And then thirdly, the reason that we have this new mobile setup is because we want to be able to bring you guys this show all the time, whether I'm traveling or not. Many of you have noticed an uptick in me traveling. And so we had to figure out a way that we can still bring you the show even if I am traveling. So welcome to the new mobile kit, the new setup here. I got a light, I got a little camera, I got a microphone right here. You can see it like this. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that we're able to still bring you the show regardless of if I'm in a hotel room or in an RV or at a church or whatever. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. Today we got to talk about a lot of things. Is America actually not as dead as we thought America was going to be? Trump's latest rally, which I'm being told is breaking records. I think it just barely didn't beat a record previously held by FDR, but it is estimated that over 100,000 people showed up, not in Texas, not in Alabama, not all those other kind of things, in New Jersey. In Jersey, of all people, the Jersey Shore, Mike, the Situation Signal, or whatever his name is. I don't know. They're all there on Coney Island eating hot dogs and, doing the thing like this and all that other kind of stuff. But it was amazing to see. We also have updates on the court cases that are going on against Donald Trump. And wouldn't you know it, it seems that every single person that is going after Donald Trump, including the judges, are corrupt. Who would have ever guessed and who would have ever imagined that that would be so? So again, business out of the way first, make sure you hit the like button on this video. The more you hit the like button, the more people see it. If this is your first time seeing Dear America, welcome to a weird version of that. But make sure you click that follow button so you never miss an episode. June 3rd. Everybody. Oh, and get your super questions in. It's just me today. So today is a good time for you to ask your super questions so I can tell you the truth about everything that's going on and all the above. At the 30-minute mark, we'll stop and answer super questions. And then, of course, if I don't get to all of them, then I'll get to it at the end of the show. June 3rd. Mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen, for June the 3rd. June the 3rd. Why are we doing this whole thing right now? Well, what you may not know is we actually have a mystery producer in the background. Now, you won't see him. You won't hear him. Maybe one day we will reveal who this new person is. We don't know. But right now, he will simply be known as Mr. Producer. Mr. Producer, can you give yourself a round of applause really quick for the audience here? Just there we go. Mystery Producer. I really like this. It's like eye in the sky kind of stuff. So Mystery Producer is here, and we're very excited. We are building a new studio set, a Dear America for the future. As you can see, the old logo back here is going to change. If you look right around this right here, we got new updated logos coming out. And I've seen some mock-ups and some drawings of what the new studio is going to look like. And I'm very excited, and I think you guys are going to like it. It's going to be bigger, better, badder than ever before. And so I'm pumped about that. But June the 3rd is the date that we are setting in front of all of you, that the new studio is going to be there. And I promise you this, not only is it going to be bigger and better than ever before, there's going to be something that happens, a person, a place, whatever, that's going to blow your minds. I think you guys are going to lose your minds about that, and I'm super pumped for that. So bear with us this week as we do this mobile, as we do it like this. And then next week, probably around middle of the week, you're going to start to see some changes, some integrations and all this kind of stuff. And then June 3rd, the brand new, bigger, better, badder than ever Dear America will be here, and we're super excited about that. Could it also be possible that we have 3 chairs? Could it also be possible that we might be adding a 4th chair to the show? Comment below if you want to see a 4th chair to the show. I want to know your thoughts on this, and I want to know if you are excited, because if you are excited about this, we're going to keep going. If you say, hey, Graham, we never want to hear you speak ever again, well, then, I don't really know what to tell you, because we've got things to do and bills to pay, so we're going to do it anyway. Comment below who you think this 4th chair might be. I see some people trying to make some guesses right now in the chat. That's pretty cool. All right, so a lot of you guys know, and on June 2nd, I'll be back at Summit Church in Elkins, West Virginia. So if you went to Elkins last time, I'm going to be going back again. I just got back from Mark Driscoll's church in Phoenix, Arizona last week, and I get the honor of preaching the first Sunday at the start of Pride Month. So I'm going to be doing a sermon on pride. Thank you, Mr. Producer. I appreciate that. So I'm going to be doing a sermon on pride. Did you guys know in the Bible there's only so many things that God hates, and one of those things is pride. So I find it very ironic that we have an entire month dedicated to something that God hates, and over 100+ days in the community related to that as well. So that'll be very interesting to talk about. I'm super excited about that. All right, up next, I want to play you a little clip. As many of you guys know, a lot of people have reached out when I attended Mark Driscoll's church, Trinity Church in Scottsdale, Arizona, not Phoenix. I always say Phoenix. And I've had so many people reach out that either watched it all the way through or have seen some of the clips all the way through. So we got together and we decided, we talked to Mark Driscoll's team in Arizona, and what we're going to do is this week, I'm going to be here with you guys live, but we're going to play in its entirety me going and preaching. Well, it was a Q&A type preaching, but me going and telling my testimony from how I went from an absolute degenerate to now not ready to make this announcement yet, but I think you guys are starting to figure it out. But anyway, so this week we're going to have a special re-airing live. So I'm going to be here with you guys live, but we're going to re-air that episode so all of you can see it as well. I've had so many men reach out. I've had so many women reach out and say that helped them and spoke to them on a level. And so I think that's powerful. So we're going to do it. So here is a quick teaser video of just some of the things that we talked about during that time frame. So Mr. Producer, go ahead and play that video. Let me tell you about my God for a minute. Got in the car, I'm crying, bawling my eyes out. I haven't been home in over 3 months. I haven't texted my wife in almost a month to even check on my own children. And for the first time in my life, I heard this audible voice. It had to be from the Lord, and all it said was, text her. So I did. And the only thing that I could manage to text was, can I come home? She could have said, no, you cannot come home. No, your life is over. No, I'm leaving you. No, you blippity blip, 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 whatever. She could have done any of those things. She responded with one word, yes. So I did. And we talked for 6 hours. But from that moment, God became the forefront of my life again. Trust me when I tell you that you do not have to be who you are today. All you have to do is go back home. All right, so that's a good little clip there of what to expect when we show that whole video in its entirety. It's about 50 minutes, and yeah, so it's a cool thing. There was a little bit of misinterpretation. That video has gotten over 1 million views online. In the caption, I said 10 years ago, I abandoned my wife and 2 children when she was pregnant with Anna Grace. That is true. That is a part of who I am, and what's led me to this point. There was some misunderstandings, though. I think a lot of people thought that I was gone for 10 years or that me and Alyssa just reconciled our marriage. No, no, no. We're going on year 11 of reconciliation of our marriage. This doesn't make it any better. I was gone for a total of about 3 months, a little over 3 months at the height of my degeneracy as a person, as a man, as a dad, as a husband. And I had an opportunity to speak to over 600 men. And it was an opportunity to share the testimony and to be honest about who I was. Once upon a time, the Graham that you know today was not so. Once upon a time, I was a man who literally drank so much the night before Thanksgiving with his army buddies that I slept through Thanksgiving. I was dealing with so many things, and the biggest one that it was God was not at the forefront of my life. And so that clip that you saw right there was really kind of a parallel of Alyssa being very Christ-like in how she treated me, because when I texted her, "Can I come home?" she could have, said anything, as you just heard, but she simply responded with the word yes. And I think there's so many parallels to that with Jesus and with God, because at the end of the day, God has never left us. He will never leave us. And oftentimes he is simply waiting on us to simply ask the question, "Lord, can I come home?" And just like Alyssa responded to me that day, almost 11 years ago, God will respond every single time with yes. And so the purpose of that and sharing that message is you can always go home, whether that's in your relationship, whether that's your children, or whether that's with your parents, whether that's whatever. But most importantly, your relationship with the Lord, you can always go home. So we're going to play that later on in the week, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. But we got to get into the news. And so again, now is your time to put in some super questions and things like that, because we got a lot of things to talk about in the news. But first, we have to get into our first sponsor, and that is Patriot Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for you to stop. What do I mean by stop? I mean, it is time for you to stop giving money to these companies who hate you. It is time for you to start putting your money with companies that share your Christian values. Join me, Dan Bongino, Dana Lash, Glenn Beck, Sebastian Gortka, Steve Bannon, Charlie Kirk, and so many more that have made the switch to Patriot Mobile. It's right here on the screen. All you got to do is go to patriotmobile.com/Graham and you can make your switch today. You can keep your phone number, you can keep your phone, or you can upgrade it. The prices are better, and best thing about it is Patriot Mobile does not pay for individuals to go out and murder babies across the board, like so many other cell phone companies today. So what are you waiting for? Join the Dear America crew, join the Charlie Kirk crew, the Dan Bongino crew, all of us that have made the switch to Patriot Mobile. With the code GRAHAM, that's GRAHAM, you can get free activation. So what are you waiting for? Go to patriotmobile.com/Graham. That's patriotmobile.com/Graham. Free activation code is Graham. All right, so let's get into some updates here. We've got some updates on the Trump trial. And here we go. So this is the first one, and I find this so incredibly humorous and funny. This is Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg is now being accused of misleading the court in the Trump hush money. Go figure that the corrupt figures in our court systems lie. Our entire justice system is turned upside down because these people do not care about justice. They do not care about the rule of law. They only care about political prosecution in an attempt to get Donald Trump. Is Donald Trump a saint? No, he's not. Is Donald Trump a perfect person? No, he's not. Is this political persecution? Absolutely it is. So let's go down here real quick and let's read a little bit of this article. All right, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's paralegal. Ooh, those paralegals, buddy, they get you every single time. Admitted in court on Friday that the office deleted some call records between witness Michael Cohen and Dylan Howard. The lawyer for adult film actress Stormy Daniels, a.k.a. Stephanie Cliffords. Her name's Stephanie Cliffords. What a weird name. All right, raising questions of whether or not the prosecutors have misled the court. Can I go ahead and be not even prophetic? Can I just be reality? Absolutely, they've misled the courts. There's no thing. If you believe that this is a sham trial, just like the rest of them, comment, I don't know, sham in the comment section in the live chat. Let's blow the chat up here and let's do this thing right now. Trump's legal team was able to get witness Jaden Jamar Schneider to confirm that some calls were erased from an exhibit of calls. Trump's lawyer, Emil Bove, said it was about 3 pages of records. Here's the thing. Let's remind everybody about Stormy Daniels for a minute. We actually found this clip, the Bill Maher, back from 2018. Remember, Trump is being accused of using campaign money to pay off a porn star, so therefore is in violation of an FEC violation. Here is a clip of Stormy Daniels saying that none of that ever happened. Just play it, Mr. Producer.
And first I asked her why she had sex with Trump. Listen to that, and then listen to what she says after that, and then we're going to talk about the trial, because it's quite a variance of what she said to me in 2018. Why did you Donald Trump?
I have no idea.
Okay, but you say it's not a Me Too case.
It is not a Me Too case. I mean, I wasn't assaulted. I wasn't attacked or raped or coerced or blackmailed. They tried to shove me in the Me Too box to further their own agenda. And first of all, I didn't want any part of that because it's not the truth, and I'm not a victim in that regard.
First of all, I didn't want any part of that because it's not the truth. There she is, right there on video back in 2018, admitting the fact that none of it's true. She also signed an affidavit stating the same thing. But more importantly, there she is on Bill Maher. Look at Bill Maher's face. He doesn't even know what is going on. How are we having a trial about this? And I think that we honestly have to ask ourselves that question as Americans right now, paying attention to the judicial system and the legal system, as it were. Stormy Daniels is a liar. Proven. Stormy Daniels has signed sworn affidavits that none of this happened, none of it was true, she just wanted money. She's on live TV saying the same thing. Where's the trial? What is going on? And now we find out that DA Alvin Bragg is misleading with his evidence. Go figure. No one is shocked across the board. This entire thing is an absolute scam. But we've got more articles because, as we all know, Donald Trump is being accused and being ridiculed for more than just one thing. This next one, Arthur Engeron, or Engeron Gollum is also his name. This is the one that, said that Trump committed like civil fraud and all this other kind of stuff. It's the only fraud case in the world where there is no victim. But either way, this is the guy in New York that apparently is like a real estate mogul in Florida. Actually, no, he's not. He knows nothing about real estate. Claiming that Trump inflated his assets, saying that Mar-a-Lago is worth over $1 billion. This guy comes in and is like, you know what? No, it's worth $19 million. That's how much it's worth. So therefore, you committed fraud. Boom, done. But shocking report has come in that this lawyer had a bit more of an insight than people relieve. Let's read a little bit of this here. This is some shocking stuff. All right, Judge Arthur Engeron, the presiding judge in the Donald Trump civil fraud trial, is now under investigation. Alvin Bragg's under investigation. Engeron is under investigation. This is the same guy in his dissertation, not his dissertations, his presentation in his lectures at college said that he believes that lawyers and judges should have absolute immunity in the courtroom to be able to say and do whatever they want, whether that's lie, cheat, steal, all the above. This guy is now under investigation. After allegations have surfaced that he held a private conversation with real estate attorney Adam Lightman Bailey just weeks before issuing a $454 million fine against Donald Trump. The New York State Commission on Judicial Conduct is probing whether Engeron improperly considered Bailey's unsolicited advice during their courthouse interaction. So in other words, hey, how much should I sue this guy for? Or how much should I put a judgment on this guy for? How much money could we get? Because Mar-a-Lago is actually worth a lot more money than I said it was. And we all know that Donald Trump, although a billionaire, probably doesn't have, between this and the E. Jean Carroll thing, probably doesn't have like $600 million in cash on hand, because who does? How much money could I hit him for? And then he could turn around and have to put Mar-a-Lago up for auction or for sale to then give us the money. That's what this turns out to. Bailey claimed in a television interview that he approached Engeron to share his perspective on a key legal issue related to the trial. He insisted that his intent was to help the judge understand greater implications of the harsh ruling against Trump, particularly for New York's economy. However, such conversations are prohibited under New York's judicial conduct rules unless all parties are notified and given a chance to respond. But they weren't given a chance to respond. In fact, Donald Trump right now has gag orders to where he's not even allowed to defend himself. So why should he be allowed to defend himself here as well? Again, it's just more things. We have one more, though. Let's go to the next article here. They just keep on coming. Jack Smith. Remember, Donald Trump is also on trial for January 6th for inciting an insurrection. But it turns out Jack Smith admits to violating the same law he has used against January 6 victims over the past 4 years. Let's read a little bit on this. I mean, you can't make this stuff up at this point. Jack Smith may have walked into a legal snafu, admitting earlier this week that he may have violated the same federal law his office is relying on to prosecute former President Donald Trump and hundreds of January 6 participants. Legal experts have previously noted that Smith likely erred in handling the classified documents taken from Mar-a-Lago during the FBI's raids in August 22. Can we not, at this point, and I'm saying this for Donald Trump too, even though out of everyone, Donald Trump handled this better than anyone else, is there not like a handling of classified documents class that people can take? Can't nobody handle documents right? Everybody's losing documents. You get a document. You get a document. Everybody gets a document. Nobody has any idea what they're doing. And then they're turning around and being like, well, you don't know how to do it, so I'm going after you across the board. Last week, the prosecutor admitted that some of the boxes containing the documents were not properly categorized and that a chain of custody cannot account for why the contents in the boxes have shifted in the time since. Is anyone shocked at this point? I mean, truly, like, comment below and let me know your thoughts. I'm curious about this. Every single one of these people need to be disbarred, put in jail, put in prison. Jail and prison are the same thing. They need to like go after them in the same way you're going after Donald Trump. Again, Joe Biden, all these people, it is only going on because it has to deal with Donald John Trump. But speaking of January 6ers, Steve Bannon has got some news. Steve Bannon is a good friend of mine, a good friend of this show. And to no surprise to anyone, Steve Bannon will be imprisoned after D.C. court upholds contempt conviction. Ladies and gentlemen, this is yet another example of the political prosecution going on. Let's read a little bit on this article here. All right, the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed the criminal conviction of Steve Bannon on Friday, upholding the 2022 verdict that found the former Trump strategist guilty of contempt of Congress. Here's my question. When's Hunter Biden going to jail? Remember how Hunter Biden went in front of Congress, had a press conference, and then his daddy sent a car for him to then leave and avoid Congress? Where's that? Where is that trial? When is that going to happen? Oh, it won't, because he's not a Republican. Just the way it is. All right, after a legal battle spanning several years, the decision could soon see Bannon, now 70, incarcerated. He was convicted in 2022 for refusing to provide testimony and documents to the House committee investigating the January 6th breach of the Capitol. If you support Steve Bannon, comment the word Steve in the chat right now. Steve, if you're watching, we love you here at Dear America. You're a good friend to us. And here's the craziest part. Despite the ruling, Bannon has 7 days to petition for a rehearing before the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. For now, the court has not ordered the immediate enforcement of his 4-month prison sentence, which included a $6,500 fine. Steve Bannon don't care about a $6,500 fine, but they will do everything they can to put him in prison for 4 months. In fact, I would argue to say, let's see here, we're in May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Okay? I bet, all right, this is some insider baseball, and comment below if you agree with me right here. We're 6 months out from an election. Steve Bannon is one of the biggest conservative voices that we have. How much do you want to bet that they're going to drag this on for 2 months, possibly even 3, before they actually put Steve Bannon in prison for 4 months, taking him past the presidential debates, taking him past the general election for president of the United States? Don't you find it ironic, the timing? And at some point, you just have to ask the question, when are we going to tell the truth that all of this stuff is political persecution? Banana Republic, the end. This is go get your enemies in the court of law at the end of the day. Hey, the IRS is cracking down too. Because what way do you go after the conservative voices? Well, you go after their money. You crack down on their ability to feed their families. That'll shut them up. Now you got X and all this other stuff and Rumble where you can talk all you want to. That's what you do. You go after their money to where they're not able to feed their families. I don't know. Give me a super chat. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. These are very interesting updates. And then also let me know what you think. Do you think that people are actually going to do anything about this? I saw Russell Fry, and I like Russell. Russell's a good friend of mine. He was on a Fox News interview, and they lit him up, man. People are sick and tired. He's like, because basically they're forming a committee in Congress where they're going to look into this stuff. Committees don't do anything. We're so sick and tired of committees. Nobody cares about a committee. A committee is you sitting in a room away from everything, talking about things, but not really accomplishing or doing anything. That's a committee. Committees are useless. Committees are pointless because we got a 1-seat majority in the House. So even though, and what are you trying to find in the committee? Like literally, I just showed you. I just showed you all the evidence you need to know. Throw the Stormy Daniels trial out. Throw the Engeron trial out. Throw the Steve Smith or Jack Smith, not Steve Smith. Throw it out. Every one of them. Not practicing the law correctly, breaking the law, doing the exact same things that they're putting people under prosecution for under the law. Throw it all out. But Congress won't do anything because at the end of the day, Congress is a bunch of weak people that will never do anything. There you go. Jack Smith admits to violating the same law used against January 6ers. When are we going to do it? Graham needs to run for Congress. I just saw that. No, I will not. I ran for Congress once. It was the worst experience of my life. The evil that goes on there and the lack of power those people actually have to do anything. I will never run for Congress again. This is the platform that God gave me to be able to speak out against the evils that are going on in our world today. And that is what we're going to do. All right. Let's get into our next sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your help on this one. I've had a lot of conversations with Birch and things like that. I've seen your comments about, when you text, you don't get, the free info kit automatically that they call you and things like this. They've heard you. I've heard you. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, all we want to do is help. Okay. I realize that this is not for everybody, but I believe that this is a valuable thing for everyone, because it's only going to get worse, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think, we're going to show you all the clips of Donald Trump's rally, do you think that they're just going to let that happen? Do you really believe that they're just not going to tank this economy on purpose? Ladies and gentlemen, I am begging you, please, as a personal favor to me, for your families, text the word Graham, that's Graham, to the number 989898 right now. Okay, what's going to happen? Birch Gold is going to give you a call. And then you tell them that Graham told you, send me the free info kit. Don't call me again till I get the free info kit. Because that's the most important thing. You need to know why investing your savings, your 401k, your IRA, and all this other stuff into gold is a valuable resource for you and your family. I just want you to be informed. So that's what look, there you go. Look at the price of gold here lately. Look at it. It's skyrocketing. Don't look. If you would have listened to me back in 2023, when I first started doing it, you guys would be up. You guys would be up so much money right now. Look at it. Look at the difference. Gold was at 1820, and now look, we've evened out, but go all the way to the end, Mr. Producer, the other way, the most recent. Right here, you can see it in real time. There we go. Boom. Gold's up to 2346, all-time highs here. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'm begging you, as a personal favor for me, please text the word Graham. That's Graham to 989898 right now. Free information is vital information for you and your family. Please text the word Graham to 989898 right now. All right. I don't think we have any super questions today, which is disappointing, but one person said, so does this mean you're buying a Madden Cruiser? Possibly. We're going to be hitting the road. Absolutely. So maybe we're buying an RV across the board, and we'll put some stuff in here too. Oh, somebody literally just put in a super question. Let's see. This is from JoshBorn08. Love you all and your show. Since you weren't on last week, I couldn't do this last Thursday. Happy anniversary to my husband. We celebrate 16 years of marriage on Friday. God is good. Absolutely. Let's give a round of applause, Mr. Producer, for that. 16 years of marriage is 16 years of marriage. Marriage is hard, ladies and gentlemen. It's difficult, and marriage is more than just I love you. Marriage is a commitment across the board. And I think that's great. I think that's beautiful. I think that's powerful. All right. So since there are no super questions, because it's just me talking today, let's go on to Mr. Producer. I don't remember what this one is. The Jersey Dem go back to court. But let's play it, and let's show everybody what we got going on here. What is this one? What is this? Oh, okay. All right. Laura Loomer, exclusive. New Jersey Democrat Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill, who told President Trump to go back to court in New York City where he's on trial. Oh, okay. I understand. I got it. I'm with you now. Yeah, basically, this is the same person that's like, you're not welcome here in New Jersey. Just another moron that doesn't understand. Let me put my pastoral cap on. It's not a moron. It is a misled individual that has bought into evil in their lives. There you go. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Authentic campaign. This is evidence of a Democrat elected official in Congress using President Trump's trial under Judge Merchan as a form of social media content which directly financially benefits the judge's daughter. since Mickey Sherrill is paying Lauren Merchant for digital consulting, which includes social media management for the clients of Authentic Campaigns. Over the last 9 months, they've paid Judge Merchant $216,000. This is another example of yet another conflict of interest and another reason why Judge Merchant should recuse himself from President Trump's trial in New York City. Again, corruption at its absolute finest, the end. But here's the thing. It seems to be having the opposite effect of what's going on. Now, we got a lot of clips here from what we saw at the Trump rally. And here's what I want to say. Is America dead? I believe that the America we knew has been gone for a long time. But what we saw over the weekend in New Jersey, of all places, here you go. This is Colin Ruggs reporting on it. Wildwood officials estimate that between 80 to 100,000 people attended Trump's rally in New Jersey. The rally size competed with FDR's 1932 speech in Sea-Girt, which reportedly drew over 100,000 people. Some people were spotted camping out overnight on the boardwalk, with some people lining up starting on Wednesday night for the Trump rally. The Trump campaign reportedly paid $54,000 to the city for the rally after they initially estimated 40,000 people would show up. Now, before we show all these clips, back to my statement. Let's click on that photo, Mr. Producer, because that's an iconic photo shot right there. Now, I want everybody to realize this. This is not a football game. This is not a Taylor Swift concert. This is not even a festival of some sort where like evil demonic things happen all the time. We see it every day. This is a Trump rally. Estimated between 80 to 100,000 people. Now, if you've ever been to a Trump rally, they're standing there for hours, even days, some people. This photo, I believe, is going to go down in history as an iconic photo here. A resurgence, possibly the greatest political comeback that we've ever seen. Not that any of us doubted that it would happen, but yet here we are. That American flag, that big, beautiful red, white, and blue American flag, flying high over 100,000 people, all for one reason, because they want to bring the country back. Now, I truly believe America as we knew it isn't coming back, only Jesus is. But what we saw last weekend gives me hope that maybe, just maybe, we can preserve America from decaying completely for a little while longer. Even this photo, 1.2 million people have looked at this photo, just looking at it, because people can't believe what they're seeing. If you believe that America is standing with this movement that is Donald Trump, comment a flag in the live chat. I want to see how many of you believe this as well. But this only happens one way. This resurgence of America that you see in this photo, this only lasts long-term one way. We got to put God first. God first, America next. One country under God. That's the only way this works. Donald Trump's not perfect. That's true. Donald Trump is not perfect, but if you look at what else there is to vote for, I would say this to Christians. If you want to preserve America, where we have the most religious freedom to worship God however we want, you got to vote your Bible, man. You got to vote your Bible. And I'm sorry to say it, this upsets a lot of people, but you cannot read the Bible and claim to be a Bible-believing Christian and vote for Democrat policies right now. You just can't. You can't. I'm not saying if you're a Democrat, you're not a Christian. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that if you vote your Bible, you'll get like 3 chapters into the Bible and go, okay, I got to vote Republican. Not vote for Donald Trump. That's not what I'm saying. You got to go, okay, I got to vote Republican, because the Bible clearly doesn't stand for any of this other kind of stuff. That's all I'm saying. It is a call to Christians everywhere. If you want that image that we just showed you to happen, you got to vote your Bible. But let's get into some of the video stuff here, Mr. Producer. We're just going to run through kind of rapid fire these things a little bit, because there is a lot of them. But cue it up. Let's play this thing. And
There's so many people here. There's so many people here. Man, over 100,000 people. This was supposed to be, you know, they thought they'd hit 40.
Maybe not. Maybe that one's
So they
not
more
working.
than doubled it.
Move
But
on
you
to the
can't
next
even
one.
see the end. I wish we didn't have the press here. I wish we moved them the hell back so they'd have, because they can't see.
Did we lose? Did we lose the assets, Mr. Producer? Did we lose the assets? Let me look here. Yep. Got nothing on the assets on my end. Bear with us, guys. Like I said, internet's been acting up. Stream will continue. 1 second. All right, let's do it again. All right, here we go, Mr. Producer. I'm back. All right, there we go. All right, well, this is what we were trying to talk about there. All right, so here you go. This is what a revolution looks like. This is what a revolution looks like to take back the country the right way. But again, this revolution only works if we put our priorities in order. God-fearing patriots. That's what we need. And the key word there is God-fearing patriots. The end. God-fearing patriots. All right, next one, Mr. Producer. Let's run through these rapid fire here because we got to get to some stuff here at the end. Matt Gates says this one's going to be hard to steal. Absolutely true. All right, next, here we go. All right, this is NFL great Lawrence Taylor says he was a Democrat his entire life until he met Donald Trump. I grew up a Democrat and I've always been a Democrat until I met this man right here. This is a huge thing. Let's play this video. This is absolutely profound. NFL great Lawrence Taylor, play the clip.
I just want to say, I grew up a Democrat, and I've always been a Democrat until I met this man right here. I'll tell you what. He will not have to worry about nobody in my family ever vote for a Democrat again, okay?
All right, pause it. You're seeing this countrywide. You're seeing, especially the African-American community, you're seeing this massive shift across the board, that families that have voted Democrat their entire life. Here's the thing. There's a lot of Biden regret going on right now. There's a lot of Biden, we messed up. We can't do that again. And this is why the Biden camp is panicking across the board as well, because they know this. They see this across the board. This is happening all over the country. Biden is so desperate that he stopped the ban on menthol cigarettes to try to win back the black vote. That's not an opinion. That is absolute fact of the reason why they did it. But we've got more things to show. Mr. Producer, let's go to the next clip. All right, this is Fox News saying this is one of the largest Trump rallies I've ever been to, and I've been to some pretty big ones, so that's saying a lot.
This is going to show you, this is what a typical Trump rally, I would say, would look like, right? Full, you got a ton of people here. that I've been here, like I said, for hours. But if we walk behind and take you through where the press is, this is the astounding part here. This is one of the largest Trump rallies I've ever been to in the last 5 years or so. And you can see just thousands of people in the back here. And most of those is going to show you this is what
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Look, they'll try to tell you that this isn't real. They'll try to tell you this. That's the overflow. And again, I say that this isn't a Taylor Swift concert. This is a Trump rally. People are showing up to hear somebody talk about politics that's running for president. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely insane. Mr. Producer, let's go to the next clip. Oh, there we go. That's my tweet. We've already talked about that. Next one. Look at this. This is from Donald Trump, posted it on his Truth Social. Let's go full screen. Well, let's make this bigger, Mr. Producer, so people can see this a little bit here. Look at all those people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the stuff, as Matt Gaetz said, this is what's going to make it hard to steal. Just let it keep playing, Mr. Producer. This is the type of footage that you see that's honestly hard to believe. It's hard to fathom what we're looking at here. And this is, as was reported in the previous thing, this is just the people that are allowed. Pause it. This is just the people that are allowed in the main portion of the Donald Trump speaking area. So you see the people in the bleachers right there? That's the press, okay? The people that are standing on that little, I don't know, that little elevated thing, that's the press. Okay, so these are the people that are in the immediate thing. All right, all of the people behind this camera, they're not even showing all the people that are behind this thing. It's absolutely massive. Can we go back to the picture really quick, Mr. Producer, just so everybody gets the full scale of this thing? Let's make that picture big. There you go. Look, you can see the press standing up right there above everything. And look at all of the people behind. And there's more people to the left of this stuff as well. It is insane how many people showed up to this thing in Jersey, nonetheless. And I think that speaks even more volumes. Something is happening. Something is shifting, and it cannot be ignored. This is some crazy stuff that's going on here. And man, what a rally to have been a part of. I mean, again, I think that this photo will be iconic. I think this photo will go down in history. Whoever took this photo, you took $1 million photo. Just the scale of it, showing the roller coaster in the background, and how many people are there. It's quite insane across the board. But let's move on a little bit here. Let's go into our final sponsor of the day. And then I'm going to play some more stuff of Donald Trump speaking. But let's get into our sponsors at Backyard Butchers really quick. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know this, but 90% of the meat you buy in grocery stores is either from China and or Australia. And what they do is they bring it over here or import it over here to America. And then through American laws, because they package it here in America, they're able to put raised in America stickers on it. You're being lied to. You're eating China meat. So go to backyardbutchers.com/Graham right now, and you can go get right here in America steak, which is the best steak that you can possibly have. They have multiple different bundles, ideas, the steakhouse. They've got, what else we got here? The farmhouse and the backyard. These things are great. The steakhouse is my favorite, honestly, because why not? Go get you some American, made in America, bred in America, slaughtered in America, packaged in America steak. Go to backyardbutchers.com/Graham. Stop going to the grocery store. Just have it delivered safely to your home, conveniently to your home. Promo code Graham gets you some money and saves you some money as well. So make sure to go right now to backyardbutchers.com/Graham today. All right. Let's get into Donald Trump. He had some cool things to say. This is the point where I remind you to hit that like button, hit that follow button, and comment in the live chat if you're voting for Donald Trump in 2024. Let's play the clip.
There's so many people here. There's so many people here. Man, over 100,000 people. This is supposed to be, you know, they thought they'd hit 40. So they more than doubled it. But you can't even see the end. I wish we didn't have the press here. I wish we moved them the hell back so they'd have, because they can't see in the back.
All right, it's just Donald Trump showing. I mean, again, and these are the things you can't fake. Next, let's go through this real quick here, and then I want to get into Trump versus Biden. We'll keep it PG on here. You get the point. Everything that Biden touches and the crowd turns to what? And the crowd says SHIT. Trying to keep it PG on or PG-13 on this show, but you get the idea. Let's go to the next one, which is true. I'm not saying it's not true, but let's play this clip right here. This is a really good one, just to show you everything here across the board. Look at the people. All right, look at it. Trump's mugshot, never surrender. Let's look at the people we got in this audience here. I mean, these people are sunburned, man. They have been out there for a long, long time. Now, remember, this is just the ramp where he walks in. This is not showing every single person in the overflow of this stuff. I mean, this people again, I can't express this. Like, this doesn't happen. This is not normal. Okay. Joe Biden can't fill up an elementary class to hear him bumble through, you know, that Caterpillar book that we all read when we were 6. This is in Jersey. Again, the fact that these clips are from Jersey is the even crazier part. If it had been like Texas or Alabama, I mean, maybe, but the fact that it's in Jersey is crazy to me. All right, let's move on to the next clip. We should be coming to the end of these things here, and then I want to get into the Trump versus Biden thing, and then we got a couple of weird things to talk about at the very end. Ha! Trump at the beach versus Biden on the beach. Look at this. Look at this. This is great.
Greatest. Trump, he saved the USA. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue.
Look
Red,
at
white,
it.
and blue. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue. Trump saved the USA.
Look at that.
Trump.
That's the big difference right there. You've got the difference between Trump at the beach, Biden at the beach. People actually care that Donald Trump is at the beach. Nobody even knows that that's Joe Biden. Nobody. Nobody. Look at that. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. There you go. That's an even better. Oh. The bottom one, unfortunately, is our commander-in-chief, ladies and gentlemen, across the board. All right, let's get into this. The Biden collapse, though, Mr. Producer. I want to go to the post-millennial article about this. Biden looks to Hollywood for support while Trump goes to the people. Absolutely. This is true. Biden is looking for that Hail Mary shot, which is he needs Taylor Swift. Let's be honest. Taylor Swift, I think they said that she had the power to influence like 23% of the election or something like that. Biden needs that. He needs that help. The Rock's out. He's done. I believe we've got a video, though. And let's go to the video here. This is Michael Rappaport. And I'm going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time because I'm just assuming that it's going to be ridden with vulgarities, but we're going to play it because this has been arguably one of the biggest haters of Donald Trump for forever. But this is Michael Rappaport now saying that he's done with Joe Biden. Play it.
Smoking Joe Biden. Cadaver Joe Biden. You know who I am. You know my work. I'm the one who came up with, I'm the one who invented stain Donald Trump. Pig Donald Trump. That's me. That's my work. I didn't ask for a thank you. I didn't ask for an invite to the White House, and everybody and anybody shows up at the White House these days. I did it for the love. I did it for the love because I couldn't stand that and you dumb old you have the you bat old you. You're not sending weapons to Israel during a war while American hostages and hostages from 22 countries are still in that You're not sending weapons now, you dumb You.
It's not that it's not true. You just can't even hear anything. It's so many
I would
beats.
say this, okay? But I could promise you this right now. Smoking Joe Biden, Cadaver Joe Biden, me, Michael Rappaport, I'm not voting for you. You're not getting my vote. And plenty of us also ain't voting for you, you. I said it once, and I'll say it again. This is why voting for stain Donald Trump, pig Donald Trump, is on the table.
Woo! That's crazy, yo. That's nuts, man. I'm telling you, Joe Biden is in so much trouble. You can only understand about 50% of that video, but the main thing is clear. Biden's in trouble, man. Biden's in serious trouble because people realize he could go down as the worst president we've ever had if he's not already there. It's pretty close. But it goes even worse than this. We have reports of even people that are looking at the polls that are now saying, Joe Biden's in trouble. Let's go to that one. Mr. Producer, no, not that one. Let's find the one of the news, the news station. There we go. All right, this is CNN's Fareed Sakiri. Doesn't see a path for a Joe Biden victory in 2024. It's a long video, so we're just going to play a little bit of the top. But let's do this. Let's play this.
I have to admit, none of this is playing out as I thought it would. Trump is now leading in almost all the swing states, but behind those numbers lie even more troubling details. As someone worried about the prospects of a second Trump term, I think it's best to be honest about reality. I understand that polls are not always accurate, but in general, they have tended to underestimate Donald Trump's support, not overestimate it. I doubt that there are many shy Biden voters in the country. The economy has been in a robust recovery for more than 2 years now, with unemployment hitting a 54-year low in 2023 and increasing only slightly since then. But Biden is getting little credit for it. The shift here is stark. On the question of who voters trust more to deal with the economy, Trump has a 22-point lead over Biden, according to an NBC poll from January. This marks a 15-point bump for Trump compared to the same poll in 2020.
Pause. Look at that. That's it. Like it is the economy. It is Israel. It is all of the attacks against our children. It is all of this stuff. A 22-point lead versus a 7. And here's the thing. Even back in 2020, Trump still had the lead versus that. And so anyway, all right. The Biden camp is in serious trouble, and rightfully so across the board. That there is something going on in our society, ladies and gentlemen, and we have an opportunity. Can we go back to the picture one more time, Mr. Producer? Can we find that picture and go back to it and pull that up one more time? This photo, I truly believe, is going to be an iconic photo that goes down in history, because this, in my opinion, is the moment. The Biden camp has been feeling it, but this is the moment when they realize 100% we might be in trouble here. This type of stuff is very hard to convince people when they go back and watch this. They go back and look at this. If Donald Trump doesn't win this election, and if it goes down the way that the last election did, people are going to look at this photo and say, there's no way. This doesn't make any sense. Well, just because they go to a rally doesn't mean they're going to vote. If they will stand there for 36 hours in the midst of 100,000 people, they're going to show up and they're going to vote. They just are. They're going to show up and they're going to vote. I didn't expect to see these images over the weekend, but yet here we are. And just when I'm ready to ring the bell, man, we see some images like this that maybe, just maybe, God isn't done with America yet. And again, I'm not putting all my faith in Donald Trump, all right? I'm voting for Donald Trump, but Donald Trump ain't Jesus, okay? He's just not. But compared to Joe Biden, again, I say to all the Christians out there, you got to vote your Bible, man. The end. You got to vote your Bible. All right. Let's get into some other stuff here. I believe that Mr. Producer's got some reactionary videos he wants me to watch, so you guys get to watch these in real time with me. I have not watched these videos yet, but here we go. We're going to watch them together. Do it, Mr. Producer.
The self-checkout lanes at grocery and retail drugstores would look a little different. Senate Bill 1446 allows those stores to continue offering self-checkout if all these conditions are met. Checkouts are limited to 10 items or less. At least one staff checkout lane is available. Customers are prohibited from purchasing certain products that require an ID, like alcohol and tobacco, but also items behind locked cabinets. And one employee can only monitor up to 2 self-service stations. Supporters say it would reduce retail theft and make working conditions safer.
This act will protect workers and the public by ensuring safe staffing levels at grocery and drug stores and regulating self-checkout machines in a way.
Pause. Wait a minute. So our idea is to pass a Senate bill to expand self-checkout lanes because that's going to decrease crime. You know what would decrease crime? For you to empower the police to do their job and actually, I don't know, deter criminal activities. Maybe you go to jail for robbing a store. That's how we're going to do it. Forget the police. Just lock up the booze and the alcohol and lock up the electronics that are really expensive and just let people go through the self-checkout line because that's going to help. These people, man, I'm telling you, we live in a world, my children could do a better job than this. Do we have something else? Is there another video for us to do? Comment below what you think. Is this not the dumbest thing ever? The key to crime and eliminating it is just letting you check yourself out because that's going to do it. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, let's watch this. A footage from Ocean Beach yesterday shows a boat of illegals. Oh, yep, there they are. Yeah, just illegals. Just, you know what? This is Gilligan's Island right here. Just running. People filming. Nobody tackling these people. Nobody nothing. Because this is common. You're out there on the beach with your family, maybe drinking a pina colada or something like this. Oh, an illegal. It just ran by. Did you see that, honey? I hope we got that on camera for the kids. Crazy stuff. But this is common now in America, I guess. Where'd they get the boat? Go back to the very start with that boat. This is the question nobody's asking. This is how my brain works. Where'd they get that boat? That's not a canoe. They're not paddling up in a canoe. Like where'd they get the boat? Who brought the boat? Am I the only one that sees that and's like, where's the boat? Like where'd the boat come from? That's not a cheap boat. Where'd that boat come from? Who picked him up? Where'd they know to meet? How do you find illegal aliens or illegal aliens, immigrants? How do you find these people getting on the boat? Like to even load them up on a boat? Coordinated, every bit of it coordinated. That's all I'm saying. Let's just call it what it is. All right. This next one is apparently about diversity hires. So let's see what we got going on here. Oh no, yes. Chris Cuomo has even come out about being lied to about the COVID vaccine. This is gold. Can we play this? This is on Patrick Bet-David's thing here. We're not going to play all of it. I hope not, Mr. Producer. It's 3.5 minutes long, but hopefully we've got some good parts of this. Let's play it.
I am taking a, what do they call it? Like a regular dose, whatever. They're trying to build up of ivermectin. Ivermectin was a boogeyman early on in COVID.
You couldn't talk about it.
That was wrong. We were given bad information about ivermectin. Everyone's going to say Joe Rogan was right. No, Joe Rogan was saying, yeah, he was right. But that's not what matters. What matters is the entire clinical community knew that ivermectin couldn't hurt you. They knew it, Patrick.
Yes.
I know they knew it. How do I know? Because now I'm doing nothing but talking to these clinicians who at the time were overwhelmed by COVID and they weren't saying anything. It's cheap. It's not owned by anybody, and it's used as an antimicrobial, antiviral in all of these different ways and has been for a long time.
For malaria for over almost 20 years.
Yeah. We don't have to sit around worrying
Can we
about
pause?
offending
Look, never mind. Play it, what he said right there.
the
I'm
unvaccinated.
sorry, I didn't realize it was
That's how we made ourselves sick, not how we'll make ourselves better.
People who are injecting drugs for animals and horse.
And people telling them to. Oh, my God. What person? You talk about cancel culture and who to shame. Ivermectin, a dewormer, really?
They are shaming themselves. No one has to shame them. They're shaming themselves.
No, they need to be
by doing
shamed.
that. Yeah.
They need to be called out and shamed,
Yeah.
brother. He gave birth to a new wave of demagogues
Pause.
who are misleading.
Never forget what these people did to you. Never forget what they took from your children. Never forget the family members that weren't allowed in the hospital to say goodbye to their loved ones. Never forget what these sorry pieces of garbage. Chris Cuomo is trying his best to become relevant again. And the only way to do it is to go on this some kind of holier than now redemption tour. No, sir. No, sir. You helped murder people. The end. By lying. Now we know 1 million people. We knew the entire time, but now it's okay to talk about it. They lied. The medical community lied. All of these anchors that said that you shouldn't do it, they lied. Every single one of them lied, and we should not let them forget it. We should never forget it. Next. This is what? Diversity hires? Is that what this is, Mr. Producer? This. I'm not 100% sure that this is real, but let's just play the clip. These are people graduating.
Zubeth Bratowski.
What?
Sayer Uvun Jinju Brinon.
Sarah Virginia Brennan.
Marcelin Babazan Carr.
What?
Victoria Lee Zubeth Ross.
Victoria Elizabeth Bruce. This can't be real, man.
Elizabeth Bruce.
Speak it, Grandma. What is happening? Pause. This is like Jay Quallen. There's no Jay Quallen here. You done messed up, A.A. Rod. That's exactly what this is in real life. Comedy sketches are now real life. This is what you're paying for. Oh, I'm never sending my kids to college. Ever. Never doing it. Next clip. I think we got one more. This is college students walking out on Jerry Seinfeld. 30 students walk out on Seinfeld at a Duke commencement address. Just in case you're wondering, here it goes. This is a picture of them walking out. Just play it. Let's play it a little bit here. Let's just show this. Talk about ultimate racism here. Nothing says tolerance much like walking out on someone who is Jewish because you are pro-Palestine. This college, you're welcome.
Commencement speaker.
All right, pause. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the first time I've done solo in a long time. We're at 1 hour and 12 minutes. I still got it. I can still go with the best of them. So now is a good time to get your super questions in because, this is your opportunity to get your super questions in because I'm going to go through and answer the ones that have gone through here. Make sure to hit that like button. The more you hit the like button, the more people see this video. If this is your first time watching, make sure to hit the follow button. This is not our real studio. This is a temporary studio. And June 3rd, ladies and gentlemen, June 3rd, something big is going down and I'm excited about it. And please make sure to go back and leave a comment in the comment section. We do try so hard to get back to you guys as much as possible, but let's get into the super questions here. So this is from, I'm going to bring it up a little bit so I can read it here. This is from Sangasso. And it's asking for Dan and Graham Behind the Veil, a 3-hour special. You and Mr. Bongino have both ran for office and can educate all of us on things only the two of you have been witness to. Thanks for considering it. I absolutely would love to do that. Me and Dan Bongino are friends. If you want to see that, comment to him as well. That you would like to see that and make that happen. And I would love to make that happen. I think that would be great. This is RMH731. Love the show and the message. Glad you're back. Glad to be back. I appreciate you guys. Powered by Steam. A Democrat found a magic genie's lamp and rubbed it. Oh no, hold on. The genie said, I will grant you one wish. He said, I wish I were smarter. So the genie made him a Republican. Round of applause, Mr. Producer, for that one. That's pretty funny there. No, good job, good job, good job. Warfighter. I doubt Trump will win, even if he wins, in quotations. We've seen the evil at work, and Satan is the prince of the power of the air. The world is turning on Israel, and things are lining up for the end. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I don't disagree with that. And that's why I said, unfortunately, I don't see a good response no matter what way this election goes. If Donald Trump wins, we already know that they're going to burn cities because we saw him do it in the BLM riots. We already know this. If Biden wins the same way Biden won in 2020, especially with everything we just showed you today, I don't see states letting that go this time around. I just don't. And again, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I truly do believe that this is the last election as we know it. Like I'm not saying it's the last presidential election we're ever going to have. I am saying, though, that I do believe that this is the last presidential election that we will have as we know it. All right, let's see here. Florida _ Bob says, Graham, the mantra for this election should be Trump 2024, too big to rig. I like that. I really like remember the 5th of November. I really like that. V for Vendetta reference there. Let's go through here. Okay, let's see. Julia Stuff. I just got back from work, so I'll have to catch up, but I'm glad you're back. Thanks for coming back, and I hope you enjoy the episode. All right, this is from Brandalorian97. There's 3 songs from an independent rapper you might like. The songs go together and tell a story. The songs in order are Dear God, Book of Revelations, and Child of God. Rapper's name is Dax. Not a big rap fan, but I'll definitely, check it out. Sure, why not? Brandalorian97 also says, there is some cursing. Would love to hear your thoughts when you get the chance to listen. Oh, and watch the songs. Maybe even on a slow news day, possibly watch or listen together. Like I said, not really a rap guy, but I will, I'll check it out. Sure, why not? Let's go through here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. I appreciate you guys coming back. I appreciate you guys hanging out with just me. Like I said, this week is going to be a little bit weird. New studio is fixing to be under construction. And by June 3rd, you're going to start to see incremental improvements as we move on, but we didn't want to be gone for 3 weeks. So this is what it's going to look like for the next little bit. I hope you enjoyed it. You can comment below. You can hurt my feelings if you want. This is my